Lacrosse. It's your girl, Taylor Thornton from Dallas, Texas, number 9. I'm a junior defender slash midfielder, and this week you're going to get an inside look at when the Cats take on boxing. Alright, so typical day of boxing, you wake up, get a nice good, breakfast in your system, get that metabolism running. But we'll usually separate into about 2 groups. We'll start off with some cardio around the ring, a lot of side-to-side movement, kind of some mini sprints in between there. Do that for about 15 minutes. Then we'll break into 3 smaller groups. Some will be on the bags, the heavy bags. Some will be jump roping, and another group could be cycling on the still bikes. I think boxing does wonders for our teams. Not only is it a great workout, but you're using muscles you probably never knew you had. Each Wednesday you wake up sore, that's for sure bet. But also I just think it's teaching us to be fighters in and off the field. It can get really grueling sometimes in boxing, but with you have each other, cheering each other on, you're fighting, you're getting into it. It's the last couple seconds of the game. It really translates into when we actually are playing games, having that mental focus, that toughness, that edge at the end of the game, and that's when you really need it.
It makes you guys more aware of that what you're in is a battle. You're applying your skills in boxing as a battle. When you're on that field, you're applying your skills not only as lacrosse players, but as warriors. If you go head-to-head with your opponent on the field, you have to look him in the eye first and say, I can beat my opponent. And I believe you guys know you can beat your opponent.
Dave is quite the character. He is the true definition of a fighter, a hustler, a champion. He's a wise fellow, that one. But he's a great inspiration. I know when I'm having kind of a slow day at boxing, I hear him, and he's out there yelling, and he's making wise statements. I'm like, come on, Taylor, you got this. So it just makes me go harder, and I think he's a great role model for us. I mean, he just talked about the other day how he had a foot problem, and he came back, and he's a fighter, and he ran 52 miles the next day. So if he can overcome that, I can overcome some tiredness like the last couple seconds in a game. Last week we played Notre Dame. It was a good game. Nice win to advance us into the NCAA tournament. But I think we came off from a really strong week of practice. So I know we had a lot to prove. A lot of people kind of took a look in the mirror at themselves, reevaluated, and I think it definitely translated this past Saturday. But we're nowhere near where we want to be. I just think we're just trying to add to our momentum, and it should be fun this weekend. So for this weekend, for our quarterfinal game, we'll be playing Duke, which is going to be sick, under the lights. It's our last home game of the season, so we really need everyone to come out. We need a lot of support. It's going to be a fun game. Saturday night, under the lights, 7 o'clock. Bring your friends, bring your family, because we're going to need it. It's about to go down. Stay tuned for next week's episode of Inside Wildcat Lacrosse. Peace in the crease.